My entitled mother-in-law ruined my financial future, so I revealed her sham marriage for what it truly is. I never imagined that the woman who claimed to be my mother-in-law would turn out to be the biggest threat to my life, financially, emotionally, and morally. Margaret had always been a controlling presence, but I thought I knew her. I thought I understood her motives, until everything unraveled. It started subtle, like tiny cracks in a fragile mirror. She'd subtly criticize my spending habits, accuse me of being irresponsible, and subtly plant doubts in David's mind about my worth. But it escalated quickly. One day, I caught her sneaking into our shared bank account details on my laptop. I confronted her, and she brushed it off, pretending it was just for our future. But I knew better. Then came the moment everything shattered. I lost my job unexpectedly. An economic downturn, they said. I was devastated, scrambling for alternatives, but Margaret saw her opportunity. She began to influence David, whispering that I was a liability, that I couldn't support his dreams, that I was holding him back. Her words cut deep, and slowly David started withdrawing from me. I felt like I was losing control of my own life, but I wasn't going to stay silent. I started digging, secretly searching her phone, her emails, anything I could find. That's when I discovered the truth, something that made my blood boil. Hidden behind her polished smiles and perfect family image was a web of lies. I found messages from her trainer, a man she met at the gym. The conversations were flirtatious, full of promises, and explicit plans to meet. I found receipts for expensive dinners, hotel stays, and gifts that didn't align with her marriage to David. It wasn't just an affair. She was cheating on her husband with him while pretending to be the devoted wife and mother. But it got worse. I uncovered evidence that Margaret's marriage to David was nothing more than a sham, a strategic move to secure her financial future. She had married David only for his money, never genuinely loving him. All her family values and loyalty were fake. She had used her marriage as a shield to hide her greed, her infidelity, and her manipulations. I was furious, betrayed, heartbroken. I knew I had to do something. Something that would expose her for who she truly was. I collected every piece of evidence, screenshots, bank statements, hotel receipts, whispered confessions, and I bided my time. Finally, the day arrived. A family gathering, supposed to be a celebration. I decided it was time to reveal everything. I stood up in front of everyone, my heart pounding. With trembling hands, I laid out the evidence, piece by piece. I told them how Margaret had been secretly siphoning money from us, draining our savings, and then lying about her expenses. I revealed her affair with her trainer, showing proof of their secret meetings, their flirtatious texts, their plans to run away together once she'd secured her fortune. I described how her marriage to David was a sham, an elaborate scheme to keep her rich lifestyle, not out of love. The room erupted. Shock, disbelief, anger. Margaret's face turned pale, then crimson. She stammered, trying to deny everything, but the evidence was irrefutable. David looked devastated. His world was crumbling right before his eyes. The worst part? Seeing the pain and betrayal in his eyes. He had trusted her, loved her, believed in their perfect family. And here I was, the outsider, the one exposing the truth. But I couldn't stay silent anymore. I had to do this. For myself, for David, for everyone she'd deceived. As I finished, Margaret's mask of composure cracked. She lashed out at me, calling me a jealous, bitter, a troublemaker. But I knew the truth. Her lies had been her armor, but now it had fallen apart. The real Margaret was exposed, a manipulative, greedy cheat who had used her marriage as a means to an end. In that moment, I felt a strange sense of relief. Yes, my financial future was uncertain. Yes, I was hurt and betrayed. But I had finally taken back control. I refused to let her manipulate me anymore. I refused to be silenced by her lies. And as I looked around at the stunned faces, I knew one thing for sure. I had uncovered the truth. And no matter what came next, I would never let her ruin me again.